What's going on, everybody? It's Professor Gnome, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Loyal 3 or Okidogi or Dark Box, whatever you want to call it. It's mostly focusing around Okidogi EX and the Chain Crazed attack. So what it does is for 3 energy, we do 130 damage, but if this Pokemon is poisoned, then we do an additional 130, so bringing us up to 260. The reason why this is pretty big is because what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to use the Binding Mochi, and what that'll do is that if we're poisoned and we attack, we deal 40 more damage, so that takes us up to 300, so we're knocking out most things right away, and for anything that we don't one-shot, we actually run a regular Munkidori, so that way we can move damage counters off since we're poisoning ourselves to kind of finish off KOs later on. One of the other things that we're running in this deck is a Munkidori EX, since it has the ability, Oh No You Don't, where if this Pokemon is knocked out by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon and you have a Pecharunt, I think is how it's supposed to be pronounced, EX in play, then your opponent takes 1 fewer prize card, making this a single prizer, or like single prize attacker, which is pretty nice. And then we also get to run Fezandipiti, since what this does is that it has the Flip the Script ability, where during your turn, if any of your Pokemon were knocked out, then you get to draw 3 cards, which is really nice, as well as it has a nice little Cruel Arrow attack. Not anything too important, but it does come up here and there. And last but not least, we have Pecharunt. Pecharunt? Pecharunt? I think it's Pecharunt? I think that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. If I've never heard the name of the card, reading this as a dyslexic, no shot. But I tried, and so maybe I got it right, maybe I got it wrong. But anyway, it has the ability Subjugating Chains, where what it allows you to do is switch one of your bench Dark Pokemon into the active, and if you do, the new one is poisoned. That's how we're going to be able to poison our Okidokis and stuff like that. It also does have an attack that comes in very good in the late game, where what it does is that it does 60 more damage for each prize card your opponent has taken, and so in the later stages of the game, you can kind of throw energy on it and take some pretty big knockouts. One of the other things that we're going to be doing as well is having Darkrai in the deck, and with Darkrai, we're going to be able to get into our VSTAR, and you guys all know this is one of my favorite arts in the entire game, so if there's an opportunity to play it, I'm going to. And we want to be able to use the Starbus Star Power, and what that's going to allow us to do is reuse our item cards that we want, so we can either use Dark Patches multiple times, we can reuse the Lost Vacuum if that's applicable. It allows us to use our Secret Box more than once, which actually can come up in a big way. And same thing for like our Night Stretchers. It just gives us a lot of different options and kind of allows us to play one-ofs of things that we may want more of for the future. In terms of supporters, we play a pretty simple run. We have 4 Janine, we have 3 Professors, we have 2 Boss, 2 Iono, since we're keeping it pretty simple. And then for other cards, we have PokéStop, since that's really good for this deck, since we play a lot of items, but also we want to be getting our energies in the discard, so if we lose them, it doesn't really matter. And even if we discard something important, we can typically always get it back. And then we run 1 copy of Collapsed Stadium just to kind of help us get some pieces off the board and be a little disruptive. We also, as last kind of supporter cards, we run a Squawkabilly EX to help our early game and get that set up. We run Mew as well as a free retreater, and also a little bit of backup, something that we can power up pretty quickly as well, and Mew can always be really good. And then obviously Radiant Greninja just to help us draw and get our energies in the discard to be able to Dark Patch them. But yeah, that's kind of a rundown of the deck overall, so be sure to let me know how you guys are playing it. For sure, with the new set and all that, there's a lot of different ways to play a ton of different decks, so I'd be really curious to see how you guys are playing it and any changes or alterations that you would make. Personally, I like Secret Box a lot, but I do know that there's a lot of people playing other lists, so some alterations are playing things like Prime Catcher and all that. But personally, I think Secret Box is really good. But yeah, that's my list. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Be sure to join the community Discord down in the description below. And be sure to check out some of the other stuff on the channel. I want to give a special shout out to the channel members. Thank you guys so much for that extra level of support. It does mean a lot. I really do appreciate it, so thank you guys so much for that. Obviously, no obligation for anyone to sign up for it or anything like that, but I do really appreciate it. At bare minimum, just liking and subscribing goes a long way, but that extra level is always greatly appreciated. But yeah, last but not least, be sure to let me know what you want to see in the next video, and that's about it for all the announcements, I think. So I will see you guys in the next video in a moment. Or not next video, in game 1 in a moment. Peace. Alright, we're into game number 1, and we're going to be going first. We open a couple options. Not anything we like really... Okay, we have what we want, but in an odd way. Okay, that kind of fixed everything. So we'll go Greninja, or we'll go Earthen Vessel, place down the Greninja, go Concealed Cards for 2, then we'll go Energy onto the Okidogi, and then we'll pass from there. And we'll see what deck our opponent's playing, because Teal Mask Ogerpon insinuates like Raging Bolt, but it could also be like a Regidrago, it could be Toedscruel, like there's so much it could be that... Okay, yeah, so it's Regidrago, which is good for us, honestly. Since Regidrago typically takes like a couple turns to get like fully online, even though they do get a couple good discards early, what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to go the Goblin thing, whatever this is. I'm going to say Pecharunt, but I don't know if that's right. But that's what I'm going to say. And if it's wrong, whatever. But what I can do is I can go Pecharunt here. I can bring Okidogi into the active, poison it. I can go with Janine's Secret Art, grab the 2 energy, attach them there. Then I can go with an energy switch to get that fully powered. I can hold on to the Mochi for right now, since it's not gonna matter, and I want to hold it in hand in case I get put into a situation where I want to use Ultra Ball to discard some stuff. And also, I don't want to get it lost I don't want to get it like lost vacuumed in a situation where I'm still like fine. Like it doesn't change me getting a knockout or not, so it's not really worth using right this second. We do have the Nest Ball as well as the Ultra Ball, which is nice. One of the things that I want to do is I'll Nest Ball out a Munkidori regular, or not regular, a Munkidori EX, so that way I can start to power that up, or not. The Iono will disrupt that a little bit. Oh, hey, look at that. I knew he'd find his way to me. So, gonna flip the script. They can attack, but it's not gonna be enough to KO me. At least I don't think it is. I honestly don't remember. But something tells me it isn't. I'm not going to bother to do the math. We're either going to be KO'd here or we're not. But if I remember correctly, it's like... What is it, like 180? Yeah, our opponent's just going to surrender. So a little bit unlucky, but also like that's kind of the power of this deck is like you get to accelerate so quickly and do so much damage that your early game power is just too kind of ridiculous for some decks to catch up with. Where yes, our opponent had like a weak turn 1, like they definitely would have wanted to get more off of that, but unfortunately for them, like the weakness of Regidrago is that it is a little bit slow. Once it's going, it's unbelievably powerful, but it's a little slow to begin with. And so a deck like ours, where we're just able to steamroll almost always within like our first turn, like we're just very consistently, makes it definitely a hard matchup for them. But that's game number 1. We'll jump into game number 2 in a second. I'll see you guys there. Peace. All right, we're into game number 2. We're going to be going first. We'll see what we get in a second. We are going to mulligan this away. Our opponent has some fun Dratini sleeves. We get Squawkabilly and not much else, but that's fine because we have the Squawkabilly. They get double Bidoof. So definitely very interesting. We'll go Nest Ball for in Okidogi, and then we'll go Ultra Ball, this and this for our Pecharunt. I think that's right. I don't know. I'm not even gonna try. We'll go Squawk. This isn't a ton better, but it could become better. We'll go that. Let's see, what are our other prizes? Wow, a lot of our energy. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, obviously not the worst thing in the world to have your energy in your, you know. Okay, we get ourselves a Nest Ball. We can use that for Greninja and be a little aggressive and discard our energy to draw a little deeper, and I think that's what we're gonna do, because we can always Dark Patch it on later, and we're not in position to really get a KO off anything right now anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and pass. We do have a Professor's Research for next turn, which is pretty good for us. Okay, it's Shenpal. That's not bad. Under the right circumstances, we can potentially get a KO. We're just gonna play a little aggro for it. There's a Lumineon. For the Irida. I guess they're gonna want Buddy Poffin. And oh, they go Palkia Buddy Poffin. Yeah, for double Frigibacks. So if we can get the aggro playoff, we're in a pretty good spot. We actually may be able to do that. So we can go Secret Box here. We'll get rid of the... We'll get rid of the Lost Vacuum. We'll hold on to the Professors. We'll get rid of the Counter Catcher because we're about to get a KO. And we'll get rid of the PokéStop because we can always get a new one. What we'll do is we'll grab Janine's Dark Patch. We'll grab the Mochi and that. Is that right? feel like that's the best we're gonna get. Let's go Janine's first. Get 1 energy each. Attach both there. Then we can go Dark Patch for 2. And then we need 1 more, so we gotta hope we get something off this. Okay, not really what we wanted, unfortunately. But it's okay. We'll be able to get something off the next turn. It just means that we're gonna have to sack Squawkabilly to do it. So we're gonna be like 1 turn behind, but it's okay. There's the barrel for them, though that doesn't really matter yet. Energy attachment. Ultra Ball for potentially a second barrel. Yep. They'll be able to play that down, draw 2 cards, then spin the stop after. The weird part for them, though, is like their bench is really bad. Like going double barrel just like really makes them stuck. They're not able to play Greninja. They're not able to play like backups. There's really like not much they have going for them. So we'll go Earthen Vessel here. We'll get rid of the Collapsed. We'll grab ourselves 2 energies. We can attach 1. We'll go Concealed Cards to get rid of the other. I really don't... I was going to say, I really prefer to not have to go research here because of how much stuff I have to, that's like kind of important. I have to discard in order to do it. So I want to hold out. We're going to PokéStop one more time. Okay, that's huge. That's really, really big. So we can go Nest Ball. We can grab ourselves our Munkidori EX. We can Dark Patch to it and get that stronger. And then what we can also do is go Ultra Ball, get rid of this, and we'll get rid of the research that we really don't want to use. Grab ourselves our Darkrai, so that way we can build into our Darkrai VSTAR on the following turns. And now we can subjugating chains, bring this in. We can go ahead and chain crazed, knock out the Chien-Pao, take 2 prize cards, which we do have the energy for. There's not much our opponent's going to be able to do at this point. Obviously, they can play down a Chien-Pao, try to get themselves into a Baxcalibur, retreat out the Lumineon, and go from there. But that's not really something we're all too worried about. Boss's orders doesn't matter because of the fact that we are going to be able to swap our Pokemon around as freely as we wish. They have a switch of their own to bring them a barrel. Honestly, what we're going to be able to do is we can drop down the Darkrai. We can evolve Darkrai and grab ourselves our Secret Box back down in order to get the... Once we use Secret Box, we'll be able to grab ourselves the boss's orders pretty much at any time we want. So we can leave that for later. We're not going to use it yet. obviously, because we don't have to. But, again, like with no Baxcalibur, they're not going to be able to knock us out. They do get a rare candy, though, which is pretty important for them. So, in theory, they could Baxcalibur here, which is what they're going to do, which is very big for them. This could allow them to knock out my Darkrai, and that would definitely change my plans up. There's the energy retrieval. That's going to be 2 more. So it looks like our Darkrai definitely is going to get knocked out. Which, like I said, changes our plans up, but not dramatically, because of the fact that we can still come right back in with Okidogi anyway and get the KO on this Chenpal. Personally, I feel like they should have held that Super Rod until next turn, so that way they would have got a little bit more value, but I guess it's fine. So they do knock that out, which is fine. We can bring in our Munkidori EX. We do get the Dark Patch to it, which is kind of nice to get that set up. We'll bring this in. Then what we'll do is go... We'll Night Stretcher. Grab our Darkrai. Set that down. We'll attach to the Munkidori. We'll attach the Mochi. We'll knock out the Chenpal. And take another 2 prizes, which is one of our other energies. So that way Munkidori EX will be set up. They won't be able to knock out my Darkrai on this turn, and which means we can go Darkrai VSTAR, grab our Secret Box, grab our other boss's orders, and knock out the Lumineon if they try to retreat it. If they bring in a Chenpal, then we can knock that out with our Munkidori and really skip ourselves all the annoyance. We have plenty of options. The other thing too on like why Darkrai works in this deck is that we do actually get to use the Dark Pulse attack, because we stack so many dark energies just like through either dark patching or whatever else just pretty quickly. It's not really that hard to kind of just close out a game. They could go Lumineon here, attack, shuffle that back in, and protect themselves for a turn. But it doesn't look like they're going to do that. It looks like they're going to retreat, go Chenpal, get 2 more energy, knock out the Munkidori, which in that case, we just bring in Munkidori after, or the Munkidori of our own, and get the KO on that. We're not really going to need to... I guess I'll do the Secret Box play just so I can kind of show how it would work in a situation that like you absolutely needed it to. Since I have all the time in the world right now. Here's the Hail Blade. Man, I like Chenpal so much as a Pokemon. Like, just the design and everything of it's so cool. Like the little Sabertooth ice cat thing. It's such a sick design. Chenpal, really solid. One of my favorites of this generation. I'd be curious to know what everybody's favorite Pokemon, like, not in general, but, like, specifically from this generation would be. So, we'll go Dark Patch onto the Munkidori. And yes, just before anyone says, can I switch in the Munkidori and just attack and end the game? Absolutely. But right now I'm just kind of showing off a point. So we can go Starbus. If we needed to power up the Munkidori, we could. If we needed to do something else, then obviously, like I said, we could. But for right now, we're just going to grab that and a Night Stretcher. The reason for that is that way we can go Secret Box, we can get rid of this, we can get rid of this, and we can get rid of a random energy. We can grab ourselves the boss's orders, which is what we really want out of this, and then also we could grab ourselves another energy switch or a dark patch. We'll go energy switch, because why not? But again, it doesn't really matter. The main thing that we wanted was the boss's orders, just to kind of show how that play would look and why Darkrai is super versatile. And then from here, we'll go subjugate, bring this in, poison ourselves, and hit for 230. Which, again, we would have knocked out the Gen Pal anyway, but I just kind of wanted to show that play off. But yeah, definitely be sure to let me know what your favorite Gen Pokemon from this like new generation is. I don't know if Gen Pal is my absolute favorite from the whole gen, but it's definitely up there. It's definitely the one that made me like care the most. But yeah, that's gonna be game number 2. We'll jump into game number 3 in a second, and I'll see you guys there. Peace. Alright, we're into game number 3, and we're gonna be going first. We mulligan this away, but that's fine by us. We don't really mind. We'll see what our opponents get in a moment. We get Darkrai and not much else, but that's fine as long as Squawkabilly isn't prized. We're in an okay position. Obviously, giving up double Janines is not great. I definitely don't like that. And we are into Roaring. Ooh. Okay, getting the Munkidori just off rip is actually really nice. We're gonna go Munkidori EX, and we're going to go with our Pecharunt. I'm gonna go Pecharunt. We'll attach, and then we'll squawk here. Cool. We can play this down, but honestly, it's not gonna matter. At least not yet. It could matter if they go like Roaring Moon and we want to like move stuff around. But as of right now, it's not super important. We can hold on to our secret box for the moment, and we can pass. The main reason why we're going to be trying to just loop this Munkidori over and over is because of the fact that obviously we're up against a single prize deck, so we want to make sure that we're able to kind of deal with that as effectively as possible by not giving up too many prize cards too early. So this is going to be the Nest Ball for what I assume would probably be like Greninja, right? I don't know, they just go other Roaring Moon. What energy do they have in the discard? Yeah, they only have one so far. They're just filling up their board with Roaring Moons. Vitality for 1 each. There's the capsule. I mean, they get an attack off turn 1. Not enough to KO me or anything like that, but still not bad. So what we're gonna do here is we'll go Secret Box, get rid of the Ultra Ball, the Energy Transfer, and the... I think we have to get rid of the Munkidori for now. We'll get rid of the Counter Catcher. And the reason for that, we'll go ahead and grab Janine's. We'll grab... We have Energy Transfer already, so 1, 2, the Energy Transfer we don't really need. We'll go... this. Grab a PokéStop. And then the item of choice... I think we'll just go Ultra Ball. So we can go Janine's 1 and 1. We can attach that. Go Mochi. Manually attach from hand. Switch this in. Play this down for the future. We'll PokéStop real quick. Didn't love that, but that's okay. We can go Dirty Headbutt. Knocking that out. Taking a prize. Getting another binding. But the main thing here is that, like, again, we don't really need the binding. We only need it to get rid of the ancient booster capsules. There's a Pokégear. We see another Roaring Moon, which means they will need a Super Rod, or they're going to run out. There's a Nest Ball for... Okay. Okay, that's fine with us, because we can just give up a single prizer here. Like, I don't really care if the regular Munkidori gets knocked out. There's a Walking Wake. Because the main thing is that, like, I only want this regular Munkidori in order to deal with, like, Roaring Moon EX after it attacks. And so if it's not doing that, I really don't care. Technically, I should do this the other way. So I'll attach... Let me switch these in. What I can do is I can go Ultra Ball, get rid of both of these, grab myself my Darkrai VSTAR, put that down so that way I have access to my Secret Box and my other items and things like that. We'll attach an energy. We can go ahead and drop the research for now, since that's totally fine. We'll go Dark Patch to attach there. We can go Okidogi. And from here the question is, do I want to bump the PokéStop so my opponent can't use it? And I think the answer is yes. Because I don't really need the bench space for anything else. I think it's totally fine. I can go ahead and Dirty Headbutt, knock this out. Take another prize. We get an energy switch, which is okay, not anything too important. Our opponent needs another Vitality in order to win. Or, sorry, not to win, but, like, even to continue playing. Or, I guess they don't need Vitality. They just need, like, another Dark Energy. But it doesn't seem like they have much going for them right now. And based that they haven't played anything in like 30 seconds, I assume that they just kind of gave up. Yep. So they passed back over. They gave up. Fine by us. We'll go ahead and switch our Darkrai in. We can go ahead and Dark Pulse for 210, taking the final knockout and closing out the game. And we'll do one more after this, because that's kind of a very anticlimactic way to end to end a situation. Or wait, was that game 2? I genuinely can't remember. Whatever. Regardless, we'll do one more, and I will see you guys in that game in a moment. Peace. Alright, we're into game number 4, and we're going to be going first. We get Mew as our free retreater, and then we'll wait to play Munkidori to see if there's something that we want. Okay, interesting, interesting. Not exactly sure what we're up against, but we'll find out. We have the boss's orders in hand. Oh, okay, it's Iron Thorns. Okay, so how do we want to play this? We'll drop the PokéStop. We'll go Nest Ball for... I guess we'll just get Okidogi right away. So there's not much else we can really do. We'll go PokéStop here. We get another Dark Patch. That's not exactly what I would have wanted. I was kind of hoping we'd just put some energy in the discard. And I'm gonna spin the PokéStop right away at the start of my next turn, hopefully discarding some energy. So that way I can Dark Patch over to it. This gets them a Stadium card and an energy, so they do grab themselves the Lost City, which means that we won't be able to PokéStop, which is a little annoying. But our opponent doesn't really get much off that. We're just going to go ahead and research. We can go 1 and 1. We'll attach manually. We'll go for the Pokégear. We get ourselves a research for the next turn. Then we'll retreat and poisonous. This will power us up and give us the energy we need. And also poison us. We will live the next attack. And that way we will be able to KO our opponent, which is good for us. No abilities needed. They do go boss's orders, so they're going to be able... Well, they're actually not going to be able to knock out anything. Alright, I was going to say, the Crushing Hammer won't actually matter because we can just reattach it with a Dark Patch anyway. But it's still annoying. And we're also going to have to re-poison ourselves. Also, for the final also, what are they playing? Like, or not playing, but like, what is the... We'll attach that here too. We'll go Dark Patch, just so that way it's not discarded. We'll go research. We'll bump. Play Darkrai. And we'll see if we can get like an energy switch or something. We don't, but that's okay. We can Nest Ball here, grab ourselves the Okidogi again, and pass. If we can just poison ourselves, we're fine, and it doesn't look like our opponent really has much. They get themselves a Crushing Hammer, again, that doesn't really matter. Iron Thorns is annoying, but it's really not, like, great. They do Lost City all over again. They will be able to knock out our Munkidori here. They flip tails again, but like I said, it wouldn't really make much of a difference. The Volt Cyclone comes in. We will bring this up. We get another Dark Energy. So here's what I'm actually going to do. Discard both of these. I don't have my Darkrai VSTAR. Did I discard it at some point? I did, and I forgot. Okay. That's a little bit more annoying, but not like the biggest deal in the world, because I can just two-shot this. So I don't have to care like that much. But like I said, it's definitely annoying. I have to wait for like a Night Stretcher. There's an Arven, so they can get a new Iron Thorns. This won't do enough damage to KO me. But they are going to be able to just get, like I said, just get more Iron Thorns, and that's like kind of annoying. There's a Turbo Energy on that. There's the Volt Cyclone. What would be ideal is if I could like boss this up and just knock it out. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Because the Janines will poison me on the next turn, making me able to one-shot what comes in. Okay, this could actually work out for me. So we'll take 2 prizes. There's a boss's orders, which is really nice. As well as the Lost Vacuum. There's a Pokégear. See what it finds them. They find Eerie. That doesn't really matter for us. We lose out on the Lost Vacuum, which obviously means we won't have access to Lost City. But we don't really care that much, because what we're going to be able to do is we get knocked out here, we go down to 2 prizes, which obviously sucks. But we can bring Okidogi in, manually attach, play Janines, be poisoned, one-shot this, live the next attack they go for, one-shot that, and be good to go. There's an Ultra Ball. So we can manually attach, we'll go Janines, poison that, and then the other energy we'll throw onto this for now. So we'll go 1. We definitely need to find our Super Rod, man. That's crazy. But we can go Chain Crazed, knocking this out. And if they don't have a boss's orders, we just win the game. We would love a Super Rod. So we'll see what happens here. Oh, this is a thought that came to my mind. Would you guys prefer in videos for the future if I cut the audio from the Pokemon client and just had like random music in the background? So like, I don't know what I'd put yet, but if I put a different song, oh my god, they got heads and I don't have another dark energy in the discard pile or in my deck right now. That's so annoying. Because I should be able to just Janine's right to it and end this game. I need my Super Rod now. Oh my god, no way. Energy switch. I can't like thin my deck, like there's nothing I can do. Wow. Oh my god, they conceded because they didn't know I didn't have any energy. Oh my god, I got so lucky there. Oh my god, let's go. Alright, they should not have conceded, but I totally understand why they did. Because they have to, like, they don't know that I don't have any energy left. Wow, that really worked out for me in a situation that was getting more and more unlucky by the second. Alright, sweet. Not gonna complain. Definitely worked out for me. But yeah, that's gonna be game number 4. We'll take it. Definitely a weird one to win, but, you know, can't complain. So thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely let me know what you want to see next on the channel. Be sure to check the deck list out. It's in the description below. Be sure to give me feedback as well on if you would prefer to just have the regular, you know, Pokemon random, like, client music in the background, or if you just want it to be like other music. Not really sure what that would be yet, so leave your suggestions on that as well. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join the community Discord, all that kind of stuff, and I will see you guys all in the next video. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you again to all the channel members, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.